Hello everyone, how are you all doing today? My name is Shana and I want to welcome you all to my beautiful cross stitch mess, which is also the name of this channel. Um, this is a channel all about cross stitch, so if you're not interested in that, then it's okay, you can watch another video. um, as you can see, I am currently in my bedroom instead of downstairs in the living room, but it's here in Belgium, it's the Easter weekend, so my two children are having 2 weeks off of school, and my boyfriend is also a week off of his work, so he's taking care of the kids while I am recording this video because I didn't want to keep you all waiting. I am going to show you my whips. If this is your first time watching a video about cross stitch, thank you so much, first and for all. And WIP stands for work in progress. So, let's get into it. First, I'm going to show you some whips. Then I am going to show you a lot of haul. And then I am also going to tell you a bit about my plans. So, yeah. Well, first, we are going to start off with whips. These are in no particular order, so I am going to take my cell phone with me because I noted down there how much days I worked on which projects. So this first one is Ladybird Fairy by I was going to say Teresa Wenzel, but it's not Teresa Wenzel, it is Joan Elliott. Thank you. So here is what it will look like when finished. It's just a small printout. As you can see, I crossed off some things here from the pattern because those are some things that I'm not going to do. And here is where I am at. So still just on the bottom row, just some of the flowers, but here is something excited. This is the start of her sash around her waist, so that was pretty exciting. This fabric is a 28 count fabric of soooooo, just a brand of a printed fabric. So the back is just plain, and the colorway is called Fairy Light. So just a bunch of flowers for now. And I really enjoy this project. I love it. It's not my usual colorways. It's not my usual type of project. But something on this pattern just made me fall in love with it, and I love every single stitch. Then we have Oriental Fans. This is also by Joan Elliott. And you can see the price here, but I got it with a huge discount last year from one of my Alanesses, which is local needlework store that was closing due to retirement. I am stitching this all with the thick floss and fabric on 14 count Ada, and this is where I'm at. I worked on this for 2 days because I felt a little bit overwhelmed with this pattern and I wasn't really in the mood to stitch this, but I did some more of the blue from the fan and then stitched up some ninja stitches in here, and then I did a bit of the flower, and this is also new. It is looking pretty good though, I must admit. It looks stunning. But yeah, I wasn't really feeling it, so I just did the 2 days. There we go. Then I also worked on my Rose of Sharon. I don't have a cover picture as this is only my working copy of it, so I am going to show you how it will look like when finished. So this is what the original pattern looks like. Oh, sorry. You can see it there. So as you can see, it is yellow and blue. But I am doing a color conversion with oh, there, now you can see it better. I am doing a color conversion with pinks and purples. And I must say, I had a really hard time putting this down. I worked on this for 4 days. I must say, some days I only, oh, showing the pattern. That's not, that wasn't meant to happen. There are some days where I just had 1 hour of stitching and I didn't count it as a whole day. I am stitching this on 32 count linen dyed by Extra Design and the colorway light driftwood. Oh, come on, work with me. Just going to show you like this. So yeah, all this green is new, I think, and then I did a whole bunch of work here in the start of the arch, and then I worked a bit here up in this side of the dress as well. But that archway was really like, it just kept going and I just wanted to get it done. So I could start a bit on the dress again. But isn't she gorgeous? I love her. Can't wait for her to be finished. So that is that. And then we have the quilt maker. As you guys know, I am, or if you're a returning viewer, you know I am trying to get this one finished as soon as possible so I can start something new. I thought I was closer to finishing it than I actually am. So I worked on this for 11 days. Here is what it will look like when finished. I am stitching this also on 32 count linen in the colorway Light Nougat, also dyed by Extra Design. And here is where I am. And as I said, I thought I was much closer to finishing it than I actually am, because I just have a part of this quilt left and then just a little bit of her dress, but then her dress is still a lot of stitching. And honestly, I have burned myself out on this project. So what am I going to do is I am going to put it away for a month or maybe 2 months even, because stitching shouldn't be a chore. And I feel every day like I've been stitching like day 1 I was working on the quilt maker, and then day 2 on just a random project that was calling to me that day, and then day 3 was the quilt maker again, and so on and so forth. But every day that the quilt maker was, the last few days when the quilt maker was due to be worked on again, I was like, oh, I'm not feeling it, and I don't want to work on it, and I'd rather be not stitching than and just play some silly games on my phone, then stitching on this one, and no, we're not going to do that anymore. So I am going to tell you in plans what my plans will be, but this project will be put away for 1 or 2 months, depending on my mood. So as much as I wanted to start my unicorn, which I will show you in plans also, um, it won't be happening soon. And that makes me a little sad, but it is what it is. As I said, stitching shouldn't be a chore, and with this one, it felt like a chore. And then, are we already on the last whip I worked on? Yes, we are. This is Playful Kitties by Dimensions. And I'm also stitching this with kit floss and fabric. The kit is 18 count, comes with 18 count Ada. It is an older Dimensions kit. It is from 2001. But I still love it anyway. And I worked on this for 3 days. And here's where we are. I am almost in the middle of this pattern. So I just worked my way up. So I think I did all of this almost. Yeah, I'm not really sure, but I know those pink flowers are new, and all that greenery at the tail of the second one, so like here and those pink flowers, they are all new. I also did a bit of backstitching because I love to do the backstitch as I go. But this one is turning out gorgeous, even though it is an older pattern. So that's where we're at with this one. So these were all the whips I worked on. And then, you guys, I have a ton of haul to show you. I'm a bit embarrassed, to be honest. But I wanted to order the threads for my unicorn, so I did on crossstitchcorner.be, so it's a German website. And instead of just ordering the floss, I also ordered a kit, and I also got a cross-stitch magazine because I was watching Czookstitch, Catherine Zook, here on YouTube, or Flosstube, and she did a flip through of that magazine, and there were 2 patterns I really wanted to stitch, so yeah, I ordered that, blaming it on you, Catherine. And then I also got a fabric from XG Design because that was already on its way when I filmed last time. And then Heaven and Earth Designs did have 2 sales. And every sale I'm saying, yep, that's the last one I'm buying. And we all know that is a big fat lie. So hold on while I am starting my tablets. Well, not starting, just logging in on it. And now I am turning the screen a bit darker. So the first sale was, I think, St. Patty's. I'm not sure anymore. But I ordered Phantom of the Masquerade by Melissa Dawn in Max Colors. I ordered the max colors of this pattern myself because I really liked it. Some time ago I did that, and here is the mock-up. Yeah, and the reflection is showing my laundry that is hanging to dry. I'm sorry. So yeah, that is my lovely pattern of Melissa Dawn. And then the other sale, I think, is just finished. That was the Easter sale. It's the last day, or it's finished. I'm not quite sure about that. But I bought Snow Kisses by Lisa Parker, and it's two wolves, and I love wolves, and my tablet is not cooperating today. Yeah, there you go. There we go. Isn't it gorgeous? Too. I have no idea when I will be starting these ones, but I have a ton of Heaven and Earth designs, and I'm only working on two right now, and oh well, a lot of you are just the same as me, so don't judge me. Then I am going to show you the lovely fabric I got from Extra Design. It is a 28 count fabric in the colorway Tulip. And it is opalescent swaggered casual linen. And look at that fabric, y'all. It's actually much richer in real life. It is stunning in real life. And as you can, I don't know if you can see it, but it is opalescent. So it sparkles and it's just this beautiful pink. But as I said, it's much richer in real life. And it is to stitch my unicorn on. It is from an issue of Czookstitch Gold. I think it's Czookstitch Gold 265, but don't quote me on that because I can't remember the number, and I was going to look it up before I start filming it, but I forgot. I'm sorry. So yeah, this is going to work beautifully. I also got the threads and the beads for it, so I already bobbinated all my threads. And these are the beads. And because as you can, maybe you can see it in the pattern, but like up here, all of these are beads. And like here too, down in her hair. So yeah. As I said, I cannot wait to start stitching it, but I don't want to break a promise to myself, and I promised myself that I could have a new start only when I finished two other ones in the beginning of the year. I already finished my Fortune Owl, which is at the framers right now. But yeah, I just wanted to finish one more project, and I thought that was going to be the quilt makers. But yeah, I burnt myself down on that project, so I don't know. I don't know, you guys. So that is that. And then this is the Czookstitch magazine I was talking about. This is just Czookstitch, the Spring 2024 edition. And I really love the bunny here up front. And then there was one other pattern that Czookstitch showed us in the flip through that I thought was super cute. Here, it's the Miss Bunny's Market. Just two bunnies at a flower stand somewhere. Oh, and then she is also doing a SAL, which stands for Stitch Along. So she is hosting a Carolyn Manning design, I think. Hummingbird Garden. Yeah, by Carolyn Manning Designs. And I absolutely love this one. But you have to buy the next three magazines also to have the full. So they started with these three up here, and then the second edition will probably be featuring this one, and then so on and so forth. and I just don't know if I will be, excuse me, if I will be ordering the other 3 as well. It is really pretty though. It really is, but yeah, I'm not sure yet. So that's that. And then my kit that I ordered is an anchor kit. It's called Woodland Sampler, and I saw this one a few months ago, maybe a year ago, I think on another Flosstube channel, but I can't remember who or where or whatever. But I just thought it was very pretty, and it was on sale on the Czookstitch website from Germany, so I thought, why not? And yeah, it's just various wood animals, and I just thought it was gorgeous. Like, look at the owl, guys. Look at the owl. And this bird up here. Oh, beautiful. And then I visited a cross-stitch store in Ghent with my grandmother. The needle workshop is called Het Garenhuis, which translates to the floss house. And I wasn't going to buy anything. It was just my grandmother who needed some fabric because she just loves 14 count Ada because of her eyesight that is not that good anymore. And it's very hard to get that at the place where she's living currently because all the cross stitch shops are closing down there due to retirement. And so I took her to Ghent to buy some fabric, and I wasn't going to buy anything, but again, the lies we tell ourselves. So I bought this beautiful pattern. It is a Hands Across the Sea sampler called Margaret Beatty, and I'm not a huge no. Another lie I was going to tell. I love samplers, but I don't like the ones with the flower pots on the houses and things that don't make sense to me. I don't like. But this one was really cute, I thought, because of the little girl feeding the bunnies. So yeah, that's why I keyed in. And as I said, like things on samplers that don't make sense to me is like flower pots on houses or flower pots and animals that are the same size. Things like that. Things like that don't make sense to me, so I don't tend to stitch those or like those. But yeah, samplers that do make sense, I just really love. And when I got home with my grandma, she told me I could look in her stash to see if she had some threads that I could use for this one. So I got these 4 colors out of her stash. And yeah, that's about it. Again, I have no idea when I'll be starting all this, but I just had to have it. And then you guys, one more thing, one more whole piece. Nashville Market was there. Was it Market or was it Expo? I think it was Market. Wasn't it Market? Wasn't it Market? I don't know. The big thingy, you guys know what I'm talking about. I wasn't going to order anything. The lies we tell ourselves. I keep telling you guys. I was doing actually pretty good. I know Czookstitch, Catherine again. She did a big Flosstube video about all the things that was coming out on market, and I wasn't going to watch that because I was like, hey, I don't need anything else. So I am not going to look at that video. And then I don't know where I saw it, but I saw the sampler of Teresa Goget, and God saw. I am not a religious person, but I love that sampler. And I caved again. So yeah, I got it. I know like these flower pots are also bigger than the people here, but like it's the that's the border, and then the inside of the sampler is different. So I can't really explain it, which patterns, why I buy some patterns and others I don't like, but here we are. um yeah, I it just had to come home with me. Sweet idee, yeah, she was like, oh, a friend of mine is Soooooo is another it's a Dutch website, and she put on her Facebook page like, oh, um I'm not going to Nashville myself, but a friend of mine is going, so if you want to pre-order something, just let me know and I'll let her know, and she'll bring everything back with her to the Netherlands, and then you can have your pre-orders. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do this. I am not going to do it. And then I regretted it, but it was already too late to put my pre-order. And I contacted soooooo, and I was like, when is Teresa Koget's pattern and Katsa going to release on the normal markets? When can I buy it? And she was like, hold on, let me see if I ordered some extras. And I was like, oh no, please don't, please don't, please don't. And she was like, yeah, you're in luck. I have one extra copy left. Do you want it? And I was like, yes, please. So that's how I got this beautiful, beautiful pattern as well. So I think that was all my haul. Way too much, I know. I'm not planning on buying anything this month. I hope this won't be a lie. So yeah, now we are going to go over some plants. I have a feeling that my full coverage patterns are calling me again, and I will cave into it. So I am going to work some more on my first Heaven and Earth project I started, which is Fairy in the Wood by Morgan Fitzsimmons. So this is the mock-up. Just a beautiful fairy sitting on a branch. And yeah, I am going to I worked on it quite a lot when I was in my cast with my foot, and I am going to work on that a bit more. I am also planning a bit ahead, I know, but it is what it is. I have been thinking about Jolly July. I usually don't participate in Jolly July because I am not a great seasonal stitch. In saying that, I discovered that I have a few Christmas patterns now. One or two kits and maybe one or two patterns, which I want to stitch too. So I am going to start a kit on the 1st of July this year, and it's called the Nordwind. I have it in my stash, and it is from Dimensions. And it's not like overly Christmassy. It is Father Christmas, but he has this beautiful neutral attire on, and I love it. So that's why I'm going to start this one. And then, because I already ordered the floss for the unicorn, I don't have the budget anymore to order more floss. So this is why I am talking already about next year. And next year, for Jolly July, I want to start Kringles by oh, what company is it again? Little House Needleworks. I also have this pattern in my stash, but I don't have the floss for it yet. So this is what it will look like when finished. So that is my plans for Jolly July in 2025. And in 2024, so this year, I am going to start the North Wind. Also for, what is it? For my New Year, New Start, that's what I was going to say as well. I'm thinking about starting one of my Teresa Koga samplers. It will either be And God Saw or Let Love Rain. I am not going to plan ahead which one just yet. I will see closer to January which one is calling to me harder. But I have two of her lovely samplers now, and I just want to get them done eventually too. And you can't get them done unless you start them. And then I am in a bit of a pickle because I have all these large projects. I am not a small project stitcher. Every project I stitch is like really big or intricate or has a lot of backstitch or so on and so forth. So I don't know if I'll just keep the New Year New Start or if I'm going to do a New Year New Start and a birthday start, because I don't know if you guys remember, but my birthday is on the 4th of January. So I may start Woodland Sampler as well on my birthday then, or I may not. It depends on how many finishes I can get into by the end of this year, but I'm guessing it's not a lot because, and now we're going to get a bit into life updates. So if you're only here for the cross stitch, I thank you very, very much for joining me. If you like what you saw, just click like, subscribe, all the good things. And I see you guys next time. And it's still counting. If we can get to 250 subscribers, then we'll do a giveaway. So, but for now, bye bye. So life updates. Things have been very, very busy. As you know, my little girl had been in a cast for the past 2 months, and she came out of the cast like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think. That went very well, but she now has to get some physical therapy to get that leg starting again. She's only 3 years old, so I have mixed feelings about this, but she's doing really well in physical therapy, so I'm really happy with that. But she has to go like 3 times a week for half an hour, and me or my partner are staying with there, so yeah, just a little chunk out of my stitching time again. But yeah, it's for my little girl, so it's not a big deal, but it takes a lot of energy to go there, and it takes a lot of time because she's there for like half an hour, but to go there and come back home, we lose an hour a day. So that's like for 2 days in a week, and then luckily the physical therapist also comes once a week at school. So That's one day of our um, one day we don't have to take care of it. Let's just say it like that. But since it's now 2 weeks of no school, we are going to go 3 times a week to a physical therapist with her. Um, Also, we discovered something else. Um, because she was so little and because the fracture she had was so big, just by falling in PE, we were referred to a specialist in Ghent as well. In the, I don't know how to translate it good, but it's like we call it a universitair ziekenhuis, so like a hospital that is also doing a lot of research and a lot of um, yeah, a lot of things a normal hospital doesn't do. With yeah, in oh, how do you call it? I'm losing words, you guys. I'm sorry. They are working together with the University of Ghent. That's what I was going to say. Um, and yeah, so we were referred to a specialist there, and the specialist was 90% sure that she had um, a disease called osteogenesis imperfecta, which basically means the connective tissue of our little girl isn't what it's supposed to be. You can, oh God, I am losing words, you guys. I am so sorry. It's like, think about the holes in your cheese, for example. It's a bit like that. So it's not the bone in itself that's bad, it's the connective tissue. And that's not only in bone, that's also in your heart, in your skin, in your stomach. It's everywhere in your body. And because that only goes from, or usually goes from parent to child, they are quite certain that I too have it. And so I got diagnosed with fibromyalgia and the chronic fatigue syndrome last year, but they are not now not so sure if I have those diseases or that it's the OI, as we um, call it, is causing it. So that was a big hit to go through again, because I was just coming to terms with how fibro works and how CFS works, and now it's questionable again, and everything that I was certain for a year now isn't quite so certain anymore. So that was a bit of a bummer. So I am just trying to process that. They are going to be certain if our little girl has OI when the blood work comes back, but because it's DNA research, it will take them 6 months. So we will know something more in the middle of September. So that was, yeah, that was not so fun. Also, I visited the doctor that was going to help me with deal with fibro and CFS, but she wants to wait now. Excuse me, for that training and until the results come back from our little girl. And she was like, "Yeah, we don't if we're because the way they diagnose fibromyalgia is by eliminating other diseases. And they don't research for OI because usually that needs that already ruled out or at least investigated when you're a child. And when I was a child, I had a lot of fractures as well from numerous falls and stuff like that. So, and I've been in a lot of pain ever since I was a child, but my parents just told me to suck it up and to not be a baby basically and stuff like that. So that was like also hard because I had a feeling as a child that they didn't believe me, and now to hear from other people, yeah, well, they should have investigated it. That was also like, yep, they should have, but they didn't because they said my bones would heal and they become stronger when I grew up and stuff like that. But that was like also a hard thing to be dealing with. But I have a therapist. I am dealing with it, so don't worry about me. I will be fine. But yeah, it's like now one doctor's appointment to another, and my physical therapy and my daughter's physical therapy, and yeah, school, and my oldest her soccer practice and her match or her competition and stuff like that. It's it's a lot. So yeah, we'll that's why I don't have a lot of stitching time. So that's why I was telling you guys, because sometimes I just have an hour or not even an hour, like half an hour or 45 minutes, and I'm not counting that in my days of stitching. So yeah, I think that was everything now. So if you stuck with me till the end, I want to thank you, all of you guys. There's just one more thing that I wanted to share. I saw a few other people starting a Flosstube channel as well. I didn't watch their videos yet. I don't know the name of their channels, which I am sorry for that. But I saw like, oh hi, it's my first Flosstube, and then they have like 5.4k viewers. And I'm like, how are you guys doing that? I've been on Flosstube like for, what is it, 6 months, maybe more now, and I only have like 200 viewers per video. I am not blaming them in any way, but I'm just wondering, how does that work? If any one of you knows and want to share with me how that works, I would be grateful if you would explain it to me, because is there anything I can do to get more viewers? Is there, I don't know. I'm not doing this for the viewers, not at all. I'm just, because I don't have a lot of people that understand my cross stitch, I want to share it with all of you guys. So, but it would be fun to have more viewers. So if anyone knows how that works, just let me know. So I am going to leave it at this. So thank you all for watching. If you liked what you saw, click like, subscribe, all the fun things. If you have any questions, drop me a message either in the comment section below or on my Instagram. My Instagram is also my beautiful cross stitch mess. So just reach out when you have a question. Thank you all for watching. Have still a great Easter Monday, and I will see you all next month. Bye bye, guys.